All right, and you want a flat piece of foam cord. This has been around for 10 years, so this is pitiful. This would not get in, okay? But graphic designers, there's other options how to present, and this is the only graphics example I have that I stole from Dave's office because I thought, oh, there's foam on that, so I kind of show you. So, all right, so there's a graphic design example, all right? And are we gonna break out, or
we are going to break out.
Okay, not in acne.
No.
No. But we're going to break out into...
We're going to break out into small groups in just a minute here.
Okay. Politely. All right, let me talk about types of frames. So I went to the store and I bought a frame. This is Brian Kilgore, a student of mine actually at Grand Canyon University. So this clearly is a store-bought frame. It looks like he may have even got it matted at a Michael's or such like that. This is a possibility. What he ended up doing is, one thing you'll notice here is if you have a larger area, you always want it at the bottom of your picture. So this kind of has a certain look and the like, but this is an option. Like, you can't get a store-bought frame where students go to Goodwill or look around and try to find good frames and then reassemble them. All right, which can totally work and which we can help you do. Yes, Mark.
Okay, what Tim just said is true. You can, in fact, find other good frames and use them. The real problem is the definition of good. Every year, we have a top-ranked student who turns in some work because they didn't want to spend the money on a frame, and so they put it in something they bought at Goodwill. They completely, well, I'm just going to say it, suck, and they don't get in. So please, please, please recognize that part of doing good work is completing the good work, and sometimes it means spending the money. I'm not all saying that you all absolutely need to go to, a top-rate framing company and get your stuff framed, but certainly by the time you're done tonight, you'll have the know-how you need to do that work. And I see a guest wanting to speak.
50% off coupon online on your phone.
Okay, I'm gonna just let you describe this whole thing since you're on it. Thank you so much.
50% off coupons. They all have them. They're online. You look it up on your phone. You take it in, and it's 50% off a single item. Sometimes you can find frames, buy one, get one free, which is going on at Aaron Brothers right now. And it really makes a huge difference in how your art looks. Get the right frame, get the right feel, and money is not an excuse. You can buy a $40 frame for $20 and reuse it next year.
The interesting thing about presentation is that it actually really makes a big difference in sales too. So when I was in undergraduate school, I worked at a gallery, and I actually would often hear people say, like customers in the gallery, "This is a beautiful frame. I'm going to buy that piece." If they, if it's presented really well, then either they're not going to notice the presentation or they're going to be excited about it, and it's going to offset the work in a way that makes them want it. If it's presented poorly, it might not get into the show at all. So the effort of filling out the application, taking it in, putting it in the frame, whatever, isn't going to pay off at all. And then if it does get in the show, then probably not likely that the collection will buy it or that it'll get an award, etc. So it makes a big difference.
Yeah, so two things I'm going to ask you. The 50% off, that's where? At Aaron Brothers and Michael's?
Aaron Brothers and Michael's, and they will actually, I don't know if the judges look at the back, but they will actually mount the piece in you for a very minimal charge, sometimes $5 or $7. They'll put the rubber stops on the back. It's quality plastic coated wiring, so you don't stab yourself.
Yeah, that's
Touch
great.
the shop. And also, start looking in January and February because especially Aaron Brothers, has clearances at 80 and 90% off frame prices. So you can get an amazing frame for $5, $8. I go and I frame special needs children's artwork, and I stock up during the sales. And you can take your artwork out as a used frame if it's the same genre following year.
Where's the Aaron Brothers?
There's an Aaron Brothers in Beaverton, across from the Fred Meyers, near the Honey Bay Camp and Clock Tower Place. And there is one on Boone's Ferry in Lake Oswego. And actually, I think they're much better than Michael's.
Good, thank you. I haven't been there either. Okay, so I'll continue to talk about various kinds of frames. So if you notice on the back here, the student put eye hooks, like drilled little holes, put eye hooks, and then put their wire on the back there. So this is important. Please give us something to hang this by or off. Ben Holtrup, who taught you guys last semester, here's a piece of his artwork, right? And he used a type of frame that's actually you can buy in pieces. It's a sectional frame. It's a wood frame where he bought like 2 sections that are like 14 inches and maybe 2 sections that are like 16 inches, and then pieced it together himself. You can order these online with Dick Blick, Aaron Brothers, all kinds of things. There's also a frame place in Tiger that students have used, like in the little old town, downtown Tiger area that students use and like, and I have talked to them before and like too. We have, if you get things like this, basically he then just got a piece of plexiglass. There's a place called Tap Plastic on Carmen Drive, or near Carmen Drive in the 5 freeway, in the kind of near the center with Home Depot and Soup Plantation and that area, and the McMillan's over there, Greater Trumps or something.
I said it's on Sequoia.
Sequoia is the street, but Carmen's the exit on the freeway there. Yes, thank you. So anyway, you can get a piece of plexi there. For larger pieces of art, you're going to want a piece of plexiglass and stuff. We also, in the art department, we have what's called a point driver, and I can show you what that is if you're trying to assemble a frame like this. And that's these little tabs you see in the back. We actually have 2 point drivers that we use. Mixed Media is going to be using shortly here as well, but it basically kind of presses everything into the back, but also you can open this up to press your piece back in and such. So if you look at this, also he too chose the bottoms a little bit longer or a little bit wider. As the paperwork that Julian's going to give you, we'll talk about, try to give your piece at least about a 3-inch border or so. Like you don't want a little like chintzy border on it and such. Another kind of frame you can buy in pieces, actually this was an alum of mine, Tamara, is a metal sectional frame. So I'm going to show you the back. These are cheaper usually than the wood ones, and you buy them in pairs as well. I think usually with Michaels and Aaron Brothers and the Sun and places like that, you can buy the sectional frames and the discount applies to them too. She actually mounted this in glass, so it's a little heavy, to be honest, but she was a printmaker, and anyway, cut the mat nicely, and Julian's going to be talking to you about mat cutting and stuff. But anyway, these are easy to put together as well, and actually there's metal clips that you push inside that hold it together and such. So this is an option too. You get a metal sectional frame. This is Christian, who graduated with this some time ago. He did a little wood plaque, but if you notice, he made little pieces on the back so it sticks out from the wall, and then attached an eye hook and some wires in the back and the like. But one thing Julian and I talked about, and actually I double checked with Gary, with larger pieces of artwork that are like paintings that have stretcher bars, you can actually get away with not putting a wire on the back if it's larger, so you can do this. Because basically what I end up doing in hanging it is I just put, and Sarah is familiar with this too, we just put 2 screws or nails at the equal height to hold it up. Because one nail it'll tilt, but 2 screws will hold it together. For smaller pieces like this, please put a wire on it. But if it's a bigger piece, like I'm thinking some of my bigger painters, I'm looking at Emily and such, you may not want to put on a wire, right? And there's other options. I'm thinking like Emily, like your crazy large paper piece or whatever. You may be like, I want to do magnets with these and such. There's with large paper pieces, you may have seen Jillian does this as well. There's magnets we can attach to the wall, then attach to your piece. One of the seniors last year used magnets.
What is the case of death if you're submitting it? You don't want to see it when you're thinking about hanging
Fishing wire taped to the back of it.
Yarn taped to the back.
Yarn taped to the back. Is fishing wire
That won't work.
tape attached to the back?
Sometimes if it's like a really large drawing, like that it would cost hundreds of dollars to get framed, it's acceptable to install in a different way. And sometimes like you'll go to museums and stuff and you'll see pins or magnets or galleries and you'll see that kind of thing. So you just need to be clear when you enter things about those installations, and you also should like consult one of the faculty members first to find out. Just get advice, like should I put a wire on this? Can this be presented this way? Is this a big deal, etc.
Other kiss of death are metal teeth. There's this little bracket you may have
The
seen.
sawtooth hanger.
Sawtooth hanger. They're a pain in the bahookie to hang on, to be honest. So do not use the sawtooth hanger or D hooks. Often there's these little hooks just on either side. The dilemma with those is you have to be really exact in terms of where the screw or nail is, and they're a pain to hang.
If
So-
your frame has a D hanger, you just put a wire on it.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, so
it has a
hang-
wire.
Mhm.
Great.
There we go. I think that may be it in terms of frames and such. And if you have questions, as Jillian said, talk to media-specific people, right? So if you're a painter, talk to Gary. You know, if you have ceramic work, you're really wondering, how do I present this? Talk to Mark. Prince, talk to Jillian. Graphic design, talk to our designers.
Don't talk to them an hour before it's due to be submitted. Okay, so talk, as soon as you know what you want to enter, you may already know, go and get some advice on presentation right away. That's the best advice I can give you, is try to consult early on. And don't wait till an hour before the entries are due to go to the mat cutting room and cut your mat if you need a mat or whatever, because